Turning 30 was a big deal because I was in my 20s and you think, oh my God, I'm getting older. And actually 30 was awesome, and being in my 30s is way cooler than being in my 20s. And you know what? I've got a wonderful husband. I've got amazing kids. It's awesome. Turning 40 is a blessing. It's way better than the alternative, which is not turning 40.
But you live in a town where nobody wants to age. You know, when you're in LA, it's like Disneyland, isn't it?
I mean, there's a huge emphasis on looks and youth and all of that stuff. But I think emotionally, for me, I'm not bothered. I'm looking forward to it. My husband's in his 40s. He looks better than ever. I love his salt and pepper. You know, I think...
I don't know if that's a nickname.
That's what I call him.
Going back to the fruit.
Salt and pepper.
It is weird, though, because it's like you all get to a certain age, and I know when Birds of a Feather came back, like we did the tour with it, and then they asked us to go on television, and I remember them saying that they didn't think that 3 women of our age would be able to come back with a TV series that people would watch, and that they needed younger people in the series. Actually, when the show went out, people were more interested in us 3 women, because they've got a history with us. So I think we proved them wrong there. And like with this show, I mean, the age group between our show is between 29 and 70. What are you now, 75?
I am actually 69.
Oh,
thank you.
76. So between 29 and 76. So that just goes to prove that, you know, we've all got something interesting to say.
Yeah,
Want to listen to that.
And what is it? There was a phrase you were telling us that Rob used to say to you.
Wait, which bit of... Well,
the women, beautiful women.
Oh, well, he said this thing that I'd never even heard before, which should make me go, oh, was that he said there was an expression where beautiful women die twice, and I just thought, oh, geez, that's heavy. Oh, God. There was about 10 minutes where I was like, oh, in a corner by myself going, that's
I don't
know how I feel about that. But it's not an expression he uses with me.
Oh.
He better not. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think aging as a woman is a challenging thing because there is such an emphasis on looks and beauty, and LA in particular is like Disneyland of all of that. But I think there is, I think part of the benefit of growing older is that emotionally inside you have more confidence and you're more relaxed. So maybe when you're 22, everything's tight and you're bouncy and flouncy, but you don't feel so great on the inside.
I think inside, I'm 14. I'm a very, very badly behaved teenager.
Yes.
Colleen is agreeing with that. I think that externally, I might have shifted, things might have shifted downwards a bit, but mentally, I haven't actually progressed very far beyond 16. But I started in television in my late 20s, and I've been on telly ever since. But what I have noticed is that now there are many more older women working in television, on the media, and on the radio and everything else. And it's almost as if people have finally woken up to the fact that older women actually are the bulk of the population. We're not the minority because of the baby boomers, the over 70s, a big section of the population. I don't really worry about ageing, and I think Cameron Diaz is lucky. She's great looking, but the sad thing is that in Hollywood you go from being the wife in films, don't you? The 20-something wife, to
the mother and the granny.
Granny overnight. I mean, I saw a film recently called Youth, an Italian film by Paolo Sorrentino, who won an Academy Award the other year, and he had Michael Caine in it, Harvey Keitel, and Jane Fonda, and they held that movie. It was one of the most brilliant films I have ever seen. It was all about growing old.
I think we should all be celebrating getting to these milestones, getting to 40, getting to 50. 2 years away from 60, still healthy, you know, still happily married. You know, like, I think we should be celebrating that we get
I think we do celebrate, but I think it's still out there, because I remember when, remember Arlene Phillips? And they said they were having a shake-up on Strictly and they were getting all new panels. In actual fact, she was the only one that went. And I remember at the time thinking, that's definitely
and Angela Rippon as well.
Yeah,
Do you remember when Angela Rippon got to 50, they replaced her with a younger newsreader?
So I think it could be out there.
Oh, I think it exists. But I think, you know, and I think like you said too, I mean, I don't feel my age. I always feel about 10 years. I still feel like a child. I know that's like, that's bad because I'm a parent.
I think my only word of advice is when you get to my age, don't stop talking, because that's when your whole face sags. People come up to me in the supermarket on the train, because most people think they know me as like some kind of demented granny, and they come up and they go, Jenny, are you all right. You look like you need a good night's sleep, but that's just what happens as you get older. But it is mentally, you've got to stay.
For more Loose Women action, click here. And I'd subscribe if I were you. It's totally free, and it means you'll be kept up to date with new videos and exclusive YouTube content.
I'm not sure what words I'm not allowed to say.
Keep going.
But do you remember the first time when that's number 72 popped up? You know what 72 is? I can't say the real thing. 72. And I thought I was
Hang on a minute. Can I just say for people, 72 minus 3.
No, you do it, and you'd